Hey, welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country 3. We're gonna get started with Murky Mill. This one actually is a gimmicky level, I think. Yeah, this is. There's a lot of gimmicky levels in this one. This one is a animal level. You're an animal through the whole time, of course, excluding the fact that you're apes in every level. But it's kind of dark. And they introduce you to Ellie being able to kill the rats in the dark. But when they're in the light, she's afraid. It's kind of a play on this idea that elephants are afraid of mice and rats. So you have to... Let's see, let me go back here. Grab this barrel. You have to take them out with barrels if they're in the light. Otherwise, you can't. And the reason you would do it there is because isn't there like a blue? There's a green balloon right there. But, yeah, so that's kind of the gimmick of the level. As long as the mouse is out of the light, she can take care of it. But if it's in the light, she's like scared. So we're gonna take that guy out and jump through this trap door. Smash the baddies. And it's pretty straightforward. Except when that happens, it would just be faster to let that break. Very reminiscent to one of the bonus barrels in the second game. I think it's in the second level where like you have those guys that like slide down the ropes. And you have to like beat them with cannonballs and stuff. Just another one of those DK coins that are easily collected. I got the one in the last level, didn't I? I should have. I'm pretty sure it's like right out in the open. A lot of these DK coins are literally right out in the open. Sometimes you only get one opportunity to get it, or you have to go through the whole level again. But for the most part, like I said, this game is the easiest one in the series by far. It's very creative. It's actually still really fun, but like it's not really that hard. At least compared to the other ones. But then again, like as stated in the first and second Donkey Kong Country playthrough, me and my family played these games quite literally 2 or 3 times a year. So I have a very extremely large amount of like retained skill for these games because it's just that ingrained in my muscles, so I kind of make a lot of things that are actually kind of difficult in the game look pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. That's just kind of how it is. I'm actually constantly surprised when I watch someone who's never played Donkey Kong Country before struggle. Alright, come on, Ellie. Let's go. Like, whenever I watch somebody who's never played it before struggle, I'm like... But it's not that hard. But then I remember, oh yeah, you had like 15 to 20 years of like every year playing the game like 3 or 4 times to completion. So, it wouldn't be that hard to you. So this is Swanky Sideshow. It's basically like the Swanky bonus area from part 2, except instead of playing game show, I was going to read his dialogue, but I was talking through it. Instead of playing the game show, you actually play something that actually becomes like necessary for a boss battle later. It's like, oh, so you've reached the area. It's simple. The game question to answer this time, though. Now you got to beat yours truly, if you want to win any prizes. So basically, we're throwing balls at Kremlins. And this one is like, we're both missing. But this one is basically like you just want to get more points. Did you see my last shot? I went clean through the target, honestly. And then you get like, you know, bananas and stuff. There's really nothing. It's not really worth the much time because you're going to get more bananas and bear coins just going through the game. But that's kind of what Swanky does in this one. And that's where Cranky is in this one. And like I said, that, the ball throwing from that mini game is actually needed in a boss battle later. But right now we're going to do Belch's Barn, and sometimes I can either have 0 problems with this guy or nothing but problems with this guy. He's really not hard. He's just your typical, like, the boss who's constantly moving forward that's going to push you off the edge. The thing that makes him difficult is sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes I get my trajectory of throwing that beetle off. It only takes two times to do it, but I'm serious when I say sometimes, like, I don't know what it is, but like sometimes it never wants to go in. You know, he doesn't want to eat it, he's just not hungry, I guess. So now we're going to move on to Crimwood Forest. By the way, we're in the northern Cremisphere. Barrel shield burst up. Or bust up. I need to really read the words before I say them out loud. See, there's some bananas right there. We just can't collect them. Alright. Gimmick of this level is there's some other monkeys throwing, I don't know if they're rocks or dirt or something else. Coconuts or something else. I don't want to say what it is. Okay. Oh, you got me, partner. It looks like some kind of like nut, like an acorn or something. I don't know why they're here. But they're here, you know. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure if you fly down to the right side of that barrel, it's a warp barrel to the end. So you can just literally skip this whole level, but I'm not going to do that. I just remember it. Find the coin. And watch out for these monkeys. Alright. Yeah, like I said, just like I was saying, this one's not that hard. A lot of the bonus areas aren't that hard. Sometimes they can be difficult, but it has more to do with like there's one in the next, I think it's the last level of this, of this area. The last level of this area where you have to use squawks, and for some reason squawks is like controls in this one is super floaty and super like slick. So he's not as precise a flyer as he was in like part 2. Alright. See, they hit this one off to the side, but he's still technically out in the open. Alright. Just keep on moving forward. But yeah, like this game has a lot of really creative design elements and some like, yeah, there's like a lot of their levels are kind of gimmicky, like I previously stated. But so right here they want you to fly through here and, you know, do that. But if I remember correctly, you can just kind of cheese it and just throw her up right there. So you're not supposed to do it that way, but you can. I think this is one of the ones that, like, if you're not careful, like, even though you get plenty of time, if you try to rush this, like, you can, like, keep getting hit by the monkeys. And sometimes the RNG of the bananas, like, will have them literally just keep spawning on top of you. And sometimes they're all over the place. There we go. Not too shabby. All right. Move on to the next one. Let's go ahead and drop a save. Why not? What do you gotta say, Wrinkly? She's playing Mario 64. I love this bird that you found. It's every energetic. I can't remember the voice I did, but whatever. We're gonna save the game. I think it was more like this, wasn't it? If you bump into Cranky, tell him to stop wasting his money at Swinky's bonus games. Just come play Mario 64. Alright. Riverside Race. Oh, this is the one. So I'm going to have to go through this level twice. Because I've got to beat that minute and 15 seconds. And I'd rather do it the first time around and then come back and get the bonus stuff. Because that's usually, how we did it. When I'd play is like there's a reason you gotta beat a minute and 15 seconds, and I will show that why later in this area. But like, yeah, so you gotta like run through the level. See, I was slightly faster than whoever this BR is. Yeah. But I'll show more of the level, obviously. I mean, the whole thing is you're getting chased by bees. I mean, you don't get stung by bees, right? Alright, and look at that. Beat his record by a whole 9 seconds, whoever this BR is. Now, see, what happens when you don't get everything is you get like a limp flag. And nobody wants to get a limp flag because, you know, you might get made fun of if your flag is flying a little limp. Alright, now we don't have to care about the record. So we can actually go through this, trying not to get stung by bees, but also collecting everything we need to collect. There we go. Get up there. There we go. Bonus room. Get the bananas. Watch out for this clownfish, man. They can be dangerous. They carry switchblades hidden in their fins. Oh, he almost got me. Did you see that? He took a swing. Alright. Oh, man. 11 seconds. This is obviously a lot easier with Dixie, because she can just fly. But I prefer to play as like Diddy Kong or Kiddy Kong, or, you know, the non-flyer, because like, I don't know, it's not like it's necessarily more challenging. It's just like, I don't know, they feel a little more grounded or something. I don't know how to explain it, because, you know, when you're trying to explain how something feels in a game, it's a lot harder than like something you can just show. You know, because it's like, well, you know, it's really difficult to explain feel. You just won't understand it until you, like, you yourself try and, like, play it. If you decide to play it. Alright. So right here, we want to grab this. That allows us to jump up here and get this bonus area. See, I'm at 108, a minute, 8 seconds, and this is why you have to, like, do this. I'm sure if you're really, really good at the game, you could probably get it all in one go, but, like, I've never tried, and I'd rather just do the level and then come back and get everything, you know? I think, is this where you want to do this? Or is it a little... I think it's actually a little bit further back. Oh, yeah, I think it's a little bit further back, because there's that. Or, not further back, but further forward. But I do need to, like, keep Kiddy Kong alive. Past this point. Maybe you slightly heard that. The sound of, like, a certain type of barrel spawning. Alright. I'm serious though, that's not as easy as it looks. The bounce on the roll bounce on water, like the timing is so specific, like it's crazy. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna move on to Squeals on Wheels, which may or may not be a reference to the Jackie Chan movie Meals on Wheels, but you know, I've never seen it, I just know about it. But the whole thing is like there are these rats and these like barrel wheels, and you just gotta take them out. That's it, that's all you do. Oh, you can also, just like in Donkey Kong Country 1, you can ride the barrel kegs. It's not as useful in this one, and it was barely useful in the first one because there's really not very many opportunities you can do it, but when you can do it, it is ultra useful. But like there's really not a time or a place you actually need to use it or get to use it. It's just for fun, I guess. Like, oh look, you can do this, isn't it cool? Ouch. If you noticed, can't drop through here because some jackass locked the trap door. Okay, take that and then come up here for a B barrel. You gotta collect them stars, collect them stones. Where are them stones? Careful now. There's a bottomless pit underneath you. Of course, like, in the bonus area, it doesn't matter. I don't think there are bottomless pits in this game, now that I think about it. Oh, no, never mind. There are. Yeah, there are. I almost tricked myself into thinking there wasn't a danger of falling to your doom. But yeah, there is. There's a couple of levels. I need a buddy right here. There we go. Much easier to get up on top of these things with Dixie, because she can fly. But you need Kitty to throw her up there. Otherwise, you're not making it up there. Banana time! It's banana time! It's a variation of the last bonus room, but with bananas instead of stars. Okay. Alright, nothing, oh. Nothing too troubling. If I remember correctly, the reason I'm jumping, I don't want to take the chance to test it. Maybe I'll test it on one of the other ones. Pretty sure that, like, they will literally slide off because the barrels are rolling. Right, I think they slide off. Ooh, that was close. I was going to test that hypothesis. Yeah, they kind of just, you know, have momentum because of like the rat. Oh, come on, dude. Stop gatekeeping me, dude. There we go. The rat, you know, making the barrel go. Oh, I really needed a buddy at this point, too. I might be able to go back and get that other barrel again. Is there one over here, though? I don't know. I need to go back and get a buddy, unless I can just, nope, I can just jump up here. Never mind. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? Oh! Alright. Just walk up. Oh man. It's much easier to do this with Kitty. But you just need to like run up underneath it like that. Oh. You know, this soundtrack, oh my god, kind of has a little bit more of like a jazzy feel to it. Specifically this song, though. I don't know, there's something like kind of jazzy and like nightclubby about it. Like 1960s nightclub. What? If you go back, I'm not going to play the video back, but if you go back, that rat died. I killed that rat. He's dead. But apparently he came back to life just to spite me. There we go. I always thought these guys reminded me of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Because they bounce on their tails, just like Tigger does. Right? Oh, come on. There we go. We got one more. And right here. I actually needed to jump to do that. Alright, and then now we just fall through all of these trapdoors. The jackass who locked them all up went back and unlocked them, I guess. Maybe there was a deal, like you get rid of all these rats, I'll do that. And this is Perry the parallel bird. The only thing it does is it flies above you. You take out that kind of bird, but like, you know, it can't take out bees. Usually if you make it through with Perry, you get 3 lives. Whenever you have to, I think it's only in like a couple levels. The last level I can think of that it being in is actually a bonus area. Like a bonus level. And we got spring and spiders, but we're going to save that for next time. Appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.